11 a.m. Wednesday, late November.
She'd probably be at the coffee shop.
So you're at the coffee shop. What does Iris buy there? Just straight black coffee or
Or like an espresso or something with a ton of caffeine.
okay. Yeah, definitely. They have a variety of different drinks that are all highly packed in caffeine, but um, you're going for something a little bit more plain than extravagant.
Mhm.
Okay, that works. So you're at the coffee shop, as would be the normal instance. You do a radio show.
Mhm.
When do you have the radio show? Like, what hour block do you have, or several hour block?
It's like a 2-hour show, pretty late. It's sometimes at like midnight. I think it would probably vary depending on her shifts, but it's definitely late because it's like a sort of a fringe show. It's about like conspiracy theories and the strange happenings and all that kind of stuff.
Yes, you're waking up. You have your espresso drink. Eh, you're probably just trying to get your bearings and then try and figure out what the plan is for this day. When some odd looking weirdo approaches you, it's this wrinkly
I
old man,
oh
and he's about like maybe 5'3", maybe. He's
Okay.
fairly short. And he just approaches you, sort of balding on top, but he has a little bit of hair still, white. He says, "Excuse me, miss."
Hello?
Okay, good, good. Do you remember me?
Should I? I don't recognize you.
Well, that is good luck for me. That makes things easier here. Look, I knew your mother or something, we'll say, and look, I need to ask you a favor.
No promises, but tell me, what do you need?
Well, you see, there's a trap that I know about, and it's the sort of thing where if you tell the police in this town about it, they won't do a thing. uh, but I'm hoping perhaps you can help out. I've
Okay.
heard some rumors on the radio from your mouth, I presume, that uh, you know how to solve things.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Okay, well then you understand. The lambs are going to the slaughter, and I will pay for you to make sure they do not get slaughtered.
All right. This is very cryptic,
Well,
but
yes. I will give you an
sure,
address
I'll help.
and a time,
Okay.
and make sure you are on time.
Okay.
Just okay?
She's just super suspicious, but at this point, she's following any lead she has.
I said it was a favor, but aren't you at least going to ask for money?
Well, you said you'd pay, so
Yeah.
how much are you paying?
How much is going to confirm that you'll actually go to this place? The address you're looking at it's on the outskirts of town, and
Mhm.
$1 million.
the time is very late at night,
Um,
certainly after dark.
I'd say at least 1,000.
Okay, how about 1,000 then?
Sure.
He says, well, I'll give you half now because I know your sorts might need money to fund things. And I'll give you half once you've made sure the lambs are not slaughtered. He reaches into his weird, like, he's got what looks like a brown trench coat, but as he reaches in, you can see that there's a lot of pockets. He just grabs like a bundle of bills, puts on the table for you. It looks like about $500. It's all
Okay.
100, so that's not really that much of a bundle. It's more of like a stack of 5
Mhm.
bills.
Yeah. Should probably count it just to be sure.
You easily can. It looks real-ish. I mean,
Ish.
yeah, you can like hold it
Okay.
up. It looks there's nothing that says this
Mhm.
is theater money only or for movie production.
Yeah. So late at night.
So it's let's say 11 p.m. on his scrap of paper. It says, "Are you sure that this is enough to make you go there?"
How much danger is this?
I mean, sorts of dangers in this town. It is the hills after dark. You must know. You must think that this is probably a drug thing. It's not. There's just two men I don't want to have die yet.
Why can't they die yet?
Because they still serve a purpose. Yeah.
What kind of purpose?
He squints his eyes at you. I mean, maybe this was a mistake. You thinking people often ask too many questions.
Well, I'm a thinker and a doer, so I'll go. 1,000 will be enough. Now I'm
Yes.
more curious than anything else.
Well, excellent. 500 now, and I'm kind of your neighbor, so I'll put 500 in your mailbox once you've brought them to safety.
I should move.
Do you say that to him, or just out loud?
Yes.
And he says,
Yeah.
"You probably should. It's a bad place."
Yeah, it is a bad place.
And with that, he kind of turns and walks right out of the coffee shop. I don't think he actually bought any coffee.
Weird.
Yeah, you probably finish up your espresso, and you're likely at a point where you're making plans for what you'd like to do leading up to that point, while our
Mhm.
other crew is rushing around like maniacs. I gave everybody a free vehicle. Yeah, you
Mhm.
guys used a Ouija board.
I did no such thing.
Okay, yeah, this is wacky nonsense of all sorts of things. You were hanging out, trying to find ghosts. Um, well, in a different way. You weren't. Okay. Anyways, so while they're doing that, I gave each player a vehicle for free. It's just your basic vehicle. I don't remember seeing what vehicle you picked. What do you have?
She has a kind of older truck that she probably got from her father, like a really old, just like a Chevy pickup truck. Um,
Gotcha. That's fun.
yeah.
You can always spend money to upgrade your vehicle if you'd like to,
Hmm.
or buy improved vehicles. Okay, yeah. So you can use your pickup truck to get around, and you know that you can get to the location at 11 ish. But what would you like to do? Namely, is there anything you want to prepare, anything you want to purchase, or any earlier time that you want to go?
Due to the fact that like her main weapon is a big hunting rifle, she would probably have to like go home and get that because at this point she's not just carrying it around.
Probably a good
But if
idea.
she's going into danger, she's gonna want that. Stay home and see if she can figure out anything like research.
Yeah, and you can at least look up the location. Um, Looking it up
Hmm.
online, it is not no longer used, but it was farmland. It burned down recently. There's a big fire. And yeah, now nobody's really out there. It's there's probably been a few arrests for like people trying to make meth out there and stuff like that, but otherwise it's secluded, it's up in the woods, and nobody should be there. It was owned by the Uskoski family, who still technically owns the land, so anybody there would be trespassing if they were not a
Okay.
Uskoski.
Just so I'm
But
tracking this right. It's 11 a.m., right?
for her, um,
Okay.
of the day that you guys were doing everything before heading. So I think you're at
We're ahead of her. Got it.
you're with
Yeah.
Verde right now, stealing his fridge. Oh, I thought you were going to react to that, but
No,
you
that's accurate.
just
Yeah.
your home was the older apartment you said across from
Yeah.
a certain person you don't quite know maybe yet.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's a creaky old building, but it serves its purpose, and yeah, you're able to research on your computer that I presume you have there, and
Hmm.
that's basically all you find was the information about the Uskoski farms, a few crimes, nothing too serious. Well, I guess meth is a little serious, but you have reason to believe that there might be nefarious individuals there, but otherwise, you should just find some empty buildings.
Okay.
Maybe there's people who are wounded there.
Well, it's a good thing she knows how to help us.
So I presume you
So I
take
guess
most
she
of
would,
your loadout?
yeah, medical supplies.
All right. Yeah, because you do have your medic kit, so I know you've got
Hmm.
a case of some kind that you can bring. Do you want to head out there and arrive on time per the request, or do you want to try and arrive early?
A little bit early.
What's the plan arriving early? Are you going to try and sort of go up front, or are you going to like stop a distance away to get a overview?
Definitely stop a while back, especially because of like the range that she can see with using her gun.
Yeah.
Scope out the situation before just diving in.
You drive out of town to get there a little bit early. The ride out of town is pretty uneventful, but basically what it is it's a small town. There's a rather decent sized river that flows through part of the town, and then it goes into more rural areas. And as the rural areas start to become more and more forest in between, that's when you know you're getting to the hills. You're going up in elevation. There's a lot of forest around. And there are some areas where there are like pockets of fields, like areas where there's really fertile land that maybe once were lakes and such. But for the most part, it's a lot of forest with those little pockets. As you're going up into the hills, those pockets become more and more rare. But this is the situation where you find another one of them. This address brings you to this area as you are driving through in nightfall. Um, you realize that on your last turn, you're going to be going down a straight road, and then you're going to turn to one of the farms. Like there's a straight line, multiple farmhouses and areas that are fenced off. So you can stay in the trees here, and you'll have the cover of trees. But once you go down into the field areas, then you won't be able to hide your vehicle too well. So I presume you probably stop there, unless you'd like to go forward more.
Yeah, yeah, she
Um,
would definitely park there.
all right. And getting out, you can scope things out, but roll me a notice roll to pick things up.
Okay.
Let's see.
Okay. Did I do the thing? I
Yes, you
did it.
did.
I got a
So this
3.
situation, you got a 2 and a 3. The goal to get here is a 4.
4, yeah.
So this would be a fail, but you can spend a Benny.
Hmm.
I always forget to say Bennies. So each session, I give you a fresh round of Bennies. They all stack. You have standard luck, so you get 3 Bennies.
I think I'll use one.
All right, go ahead and roll.
Yeah,
And a 4
got a
is
4.
good enough here. You can pick up that there is activity. And what it looks like is that there is somebody huddled behind boxes. You pick up a strange, I want to say energy because it kind of makes your heart tingle a little bit. That there's something almost magnetic over there. You also pick up with that there are things crawling around in the fields. Like as you're looking out there, you can see that there's a figure behind the boxes, and then a shift like a snake in the grass.
He's okay.
There are things in this field. In this darkness, a giant beam of light blasted into the truck that had brought somebody who we shotgun blast. Because what had happened is the vehicle had come down the road, and this is probably something you see from your hiding spot, is a vehicle quickly going down the road. It pulls up, beam of light, blast of shotgun. You guys, you're hearing noise down there, and the beam has gone, and Verde is dragging the body over to the mime lady. There are answers down here, you're sure, but there's also danger afoot in the fields. What would you like to do? Would you like to stay put or approach?
Well, if they've started to quiet down, right?
Yeah, nobody's shooting guns off anymore.
I think she would probably just get in her truck and drive in the same way that she saw the second truck come in.
All right.
And just
Yeah,
so
you
she
can
isn't dealing with whatever in the fields, she's like, just gonna act like that didn't exist. Just
pull
for the time
in,
being.
but the problem is that there's vehicles blocking the way further. So you'd be parked like
Hmm.
right outside the property, kind of still on the road path.
Yeah.
It's not a
Hmm.
very active road. So before that happens, I'll give you guys a moment. You're still talking. You're not aware yet of a vehicle coming down further. You're staring at this guy who's bleeding rather heavily. You have him hostage, essentially.
I don't know about you, Verde, but I really hope there's not some guy out there named Craig Hall who's fucking snitching.
Oh, it'd be horrible, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I'll sick grunkle on him. Apparently he eats people who does that.
Who's your uncle?
Anywho, it was a TV show I watched, cartoon. You wouldn't get it.
Oh, cool.
Anywho, why are you all hello, Sparkly?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about sparkling? I don't see anything.
You're not even blind. Come on. Wait, does he not see his own sparkles and glistening body? Your body's glistening more than me, and I actually work out. So what's up with you?
How am I glistening? I don't even have my shirt off.
You
Well,
do feel a little sweaty, I
Yeah,
guess.
that's the problem. Maybe we should just both take our shirts off. It's not like
Well,
there's a
it'd be kinda
woman watching
difficult.
us or anything.
I gotta.
She's blind.
And
Alright.
I guess this
got-
is the moment where, Verde, you definitely notice another vehicle is coming down the road.
Pickles is like, please don't take your shirts off.
We got company.
Verde. Oh, I put my
Interrupted.
Shirt, I put my shirt back down. I'm going to probably post up on the barrel. You watch the prisoner. I'm going to train my rifle at the road, expecting reinforcements.
Okay, you got. That makes sense. A little bit farther away. He just pokes the shotgun at dude's nose.
I think that's the nicest thing Verde's ever said to me. I say out loud.
As
get-
you
don't get
poke, as you poke him with the shotgun, he laughs and says, "You're all fucked. You're all so fucked."
You know, I have more than just shells in this, right? I can bust your nose. I can crack some kneecaps. Oh, would you like to be a paraplegic?
It doesn't matter if you kill me. You're all
Oh,
gonna die.
I wasn't going to kill you. I was just going to make your existence really, really, really painful.
Completely surrounded. They're gonna be here in minutes to kill you, child slaughterers.
Child slaughters. You know, the only one killing
What?
kids I know of is you people.
Doesn't explain why I come back here and find that my kids are dead.
Oh, those are your kids. That makes a lot of sense. Somehow you're uglier than they are.
Ha! Sorry.
Iris, you get out of the truck.
I'm trained rifle. Turn around, high five Verde. Go back.
Why don't you roll for me a notice, and we'll give you a +2 whether you add it at the roll or we do it in post. A +2 to notice the movement that's going on.
Womp womp.
But a +2 that you didn't add makes that a 5 or a 3.
I took
And
back
a
the womp womp.
A 5, I think that's good enough to see generally that area. You can see some movement, and you also pick up that there's somebody with a gun also watching your position over there, or from over there.
I'm waving.
This guy with the gun pointing his gun at you is also waving at you, and you can hear the talking kind of coming from over on that side of the building. If it's not clear from the map, of course, everything is pretty well burnt down. There's holes in the houses, windows broken.
I call out to Verde. I'll be like, backup just arrived. A woman is here to see you. Hey, bad guy, a woman's here to see you. Should I? Do you want to just leave a message?
Well, you know, generally
You're not a
people
bad
that-
guy. Well,
Hey.
I mean, I can see how you would get confused, but I meant that bad guy.
I'm telling you that anybody that shows up here is
Uh-huh.
probably not good people and probably shoot first, ask questions later.
Okay, I shoot.
Before you shoot, though,
Good
or as
call,
your finger
yeah.
goes to the trigger,
Good call,
go ahead and
Pickles.
roll for me your common knowledge,
All right.
and I'll give you a +4 on this one.
Oh, there's no room to fail.
But there is room to
You don't-
succeed further. Do you have common? And everybody has common knowledge trained.
Yeah, common knowledge smart, so a D4. I got an 8.
Common knowledge is kind of common knowledge, you know.
Facts.
Yeah, well, it's one of the 5 skills that you get for free instead of having to buy it from untrained. But yes, an 8 is the level that I was hoping you'd get.
Yeah, me too.
For anybody unfamiliar with the rule system, you want to get a 4, but getting increments of 4 higher than that means you get better things. A 12 being something that you could argue is sort of a critical success. In this case, you recognize this person right as you get your. Does your rifle have a scope?
Yeah, absolutely. You said this
Yeah,
this is the rifle that I kitted out, so.
Yeah, you recognize this person. You've listened to their radio show many, many times to the point where you've looked up the website and I'll just let you decide. Do you have any merch from this radio show? What was the name of the radio show? Let's get to the merch part first.
Merch part
G-
first?
give- Give Iris a moment to think of her radio show name.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna set my M16 down on its side, turn around, look at Verde, be like, "Yo, I know this chick," and I'm gonna pull down my pants and show off my underwear that says, I'll be like, "Yo, it's her." Well, it's not her. I mean, that's a him. Don't worry about it. That's her.
Who?
Go ahead and roll common knowledge as well, Verde, but you don't get the pickle bonus. Yes, you are definitely familiar with the occult show done by a doctor, not a doctor in parapsychology, but a doctor in like medical stuff. But she does go into a lot of occult things that are going on, and if any of those shows were to be taken serious, it would probably be hers.
The hell is she doing here?
Hey, that's a great point. I'll turn around, pick up the
I
rifle,
definitely
and zoom
wave
back in.
back.
Yeah, you get waved back at as you're like preparing to kill her.
My pants are around my ankles. I turn back around, pull up my rifle, see she's waving. I'm like, she's here to wave at us.
Well, tell her to go away. We're busy.
We're busy.
You walk out with your pants down. We're busy. Not the best.
Not
cover.
a good. I'm gonna like call out. I'll be like, occupied.
Occupado.
Hey.
Yeah, you definitely hear two voices coming from
Hey!
out there.
Hi.
They're surrounded.
You're surrounded. You in what army?
You guys are surrounded. There are things in the fields all around.
Is that a
told you
threat?
she's a bad guy. You should have shot her.
She's threatening us.
Shoot her.
Hey, I know you're famous, but my police officer friend is telling me to kill you. So I apologize for what's about to happen.
I'm here to save you.
You just threatened me.
I'm not surrounding you. Something is. I don't know what they are.
You're not being very clear at all.
He
We're a
says you're
bit
not
busy
being very
tonight.
clear at all.
I have a gun trained on me.
She says she can't talk when there's a gun trained. That doesn't even make sense.
Wait, does it not?
No.
I don't have the
When
gun in
somebody-
your mouth. You can
You
still
would think
talk.
Having a gun pointed at you would make you talk faster.
No, she's just freaking out.
Do I shoot her or do I put my gun down?
How about we do neither, and if we are surrounded, we get the hell out.
Neither.
The guy's laughing down there,
I hold my
bleeding
gun
but
up in the
laughing.
air.
I butt stroke him in the nose.
Ow!
Not you.
No. Yeah, you can go ahead and hit him. He stops laughing, and he's pretty well crumpled on the ground now. He's not going to be resisting or doing much for a moment.
Come over here and talk to us.
Don't
Yeah,
put
it
your
would-
hands up. Grab your gun. Grab your crap. Let's get out of here.
Doctor, it looks like they are surrendering.
This is the fucking worst. I'm gonna pull up my pants.
Your pants are pulled up.
They're yelling at Verde.
Stop laughing at the man with his pants down.